Good afternoon. Orlando Finney, God bless you as well. What's up, family? How's everybody doing? Indiana, I just passed by you last a week and a half ago, and I was in Chicago, and I had to go to Chicago. Where's the rest of the family? Come on, bring in the people. Yeah. I've been hearing all the craziness that is happening around. This things, but in the same time, I've read that entire document last night, finished it, slept on it, um, and basically now it's all about the next step forward for everything, and that's the most important thing. Smith, how are you, sir? Kim A, how are you, my friend? You see, so all these things that are happening right now, um, it's there's two like literally there's a few options that we have that you could do, and that option of what people are talking about as far as, oh, I'm just selling and getting out and all that stuff, much respect to everybody, whoever, whatever they want to do, that's just not on the table for AB. Hey Walton, how's it going, brother? Yeah, Monday birthday bash, I might celebrate it tonight. Aaron, how are you, sir? Thank you, Mr. Gulciano. I appreciate all your support all the time. Alice, how are you? Nice to have you in here. Thomas Davenport. Well, thank you. I'm very glamored by the nice gesture and the kind words. Appreciate it. There is Jeffrey. There is my Arizona brother. How are you, sir? How's the family? By the way, if you guys looked at the thumbnail, that AMC picture is not something that is copied or anything. That's actually a picture I took myself. Believe it or not, if you look on the bottom of that thumbnail, it says AMC, underneath it says Newport on the levee. Believe it or not, my current restaurant is in Florence, Kentucky. The previous location I had for 12 years right underneath that AMC theater in that plaza. For 12 years, I knew all the GMs and all the managers in AMC and everybody on that. In fact, I met Dana White, the UFC president, and John Jones in the past because they used to come and do some promos in the levee. Hey, the Zen holder, what's up? So that picture was actually personally taken by me. I just haven't copyrighted it. But for 12 years, I had literally two restaurants in that area. One was called the Dog House. The other one was called Greek Burrito. And now I moved the one location. The other one we closed. We moved the location to Florence because that same plaza was actually under construction. And unfortunately, that plaza is huge, but it is not doing as good as it was supposed to be. That's why I personally moved my restaurant from there. But for 12 years. You the man? Well, both of them. It's called Greek Burrito now. It's in Florence, Kentucky, inside the Florence Mall. It's called Greek Burrito. Now, there's another friend that I have in that same plaza on the thumbnail that is selling Turkish doner sandwiches. Doner and like Euro and shawarma sandwiches and all that stuff. He's right there, right in between the aquarium, AMC, and the Ohio River. Anyways, you guys are not here mainly for that, right? But that I just thought that it would be cool to share that as far as that thumbnail, not being something that is just copied from Google Images or something like that. KJW, what's up? I caught some glimpses earlier today, and it was all by coincidence too. I woke up. I had to digest sleeping over the document that I read last night, and boy, oh boy, like, guys, Kim A, since he misses you too. I'll talk about what I feel about the document first that Judge Zern issued, slash what's next for AB, slash how this whole thing could or basically could not play out. Okay. So stick through And if you have any questions, put them through. Hopefully I can get to everybody's in time, or as I'm talking, sometimes I can't stick with the same question, but we'll see how it goes. NJD777, hey, how is my Belgian family doing? Nice to have you guys in here. So reading the entire document yesterday, the 100 plus pages, guys, you would have to be on drugs to think that that document doesn't have a one bias situation all the way to one end. Now it doesn't matter. It's in the past. It's in the past. The fact that the judge did not even issue, there was a part, guys, where the judge saw that the fiduciary duty of Adam, Aaron, and the board has some merit to it of it being breached. But guess what? She still made sure that she added that there's no future counter lawsuits and all that kind of stuff, as far as what she put in that document. So the judge literally says there's merit to it, but she didn't even leave the door open for counter. So if you think that that was, whoever you are out there, if you think that that was a document that was basically all truthful and all about whatever, I don't know. Then I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, but I'll tell you that if I'm listening to two people and I have to be a judge, just a common person between two people, and I can see that one end is literally, there's some truth to them being wrong, even if I said that and the judge put that in document, there is some merit, there is merit to the fiduciary duties. So since it potentially outweigh to go with the overwhelming other evidence and just overlook the merit or the somewhat merit of the fiduciary duty being broken. So I don't know about any of you, but in my world, in a fair world, that doesn't sound fair, right? However, it's in the past. Am I breaking up? B Brown, are we dead in the water? No, it depends on what you consider is dead. Give me thumbs up, people, if I'm not breaking up anymore. If I'm still breaking up, let me know. I'll cut off the Wi-Fi and I'll just use my data on my internet. On my. Okay, Pete. Yep, using data now. I got you. Thank you, FSA. Appreciate it. B Brown, can we still get 12 to 15 pre-split? Well, you know, B Brown, the unfortunate part about that is I can't give a yes or a no matter what I think about it on that. But here's what I'll say. Think of this. This is where we start jumping into. Now let's put the document behind us as far as what was it yesterday. Thank you, Tavares. Appreciate it. King of Fire. Appreciate it. Now it's the options strategy of what to do, what to happen. Let's put ourselves in the, and by the way, guys, don't forget to please, and I hate to say this, but please don't forget to like the video so that more and more of the family can come in, because I know that people, when they miss the lives, some of them come back and watch, but it's hard for them to try to keep up with the whole entire live. So I would rather have everybody here all at once, or as many at once, so that we can make sure that the message gets out to everybody else. Okay? Okay. Tindies, what's up? So options right now. One, let's put ourselves in the shorts position, okay? Shorts, I personally believe, got what they finally wanted. An exit strategy. An exit strategy without destruction or destroying the entire stock market in the pursuit of ending this nightmare, right? And it's not going to be only with AMC. It's going to be with a bunch of stocks. But this is their way of handling every stock, I believe, personally. I'm not an advisor, but again, I believe that this is their way of having to light up and, in fact, infuse and diffuse wildfires throughout the stock market in the form of stocks, different stocks, one at a time. They can't have a run-up of all memes probably all at once, each one going to God knows what level and all that stuff. This is why they planned, and I told you guys this, you guys all fact check this, over a year ago, over a year and a half ago, of what their plan was, going back all the way of how they're planning on going about it. Why did they even create the traps of the memes, of how they went about it? What did they do with the money for these 2+ years? Do you think it just sat in one place? They've been making hand over fist and fist over hand money on top of our money, and they used it as a personal loan without any interest. The only thing is that they are too greedy to even try to give any of it back. In fact, they're trying to give none of it back. And now they're trying to basically control the level of how much they give back from what they took. In fact, they want to make sure they stay in the green in this. At the end of the day, all of this is about wealth. That's the most important thing to them. It's not the most important thing to us, but is an important thing for us. We rightfully deserve that step. When you see posts on Twitter or anywhere else that shows that AMC like options or AMC's represents 0.00025 of the entire float of the market, or the movement of the market, or interest of the market, versus AMC, the same stock, is around 10 to over 10% of the amount of money that is being used in the market. Is literally like 10% of people who are borrowing shares to short is all on AMC. So it's so lopsided to an unbelievable amount. Knowing that there are millions and thousands of stocks out there, we are representing a much bigger part of the pie than any of these stocks. I mean, is it even possible? Yes, it is. Numerically, it is possible that we are being more shorted than the stocks, or the heavily stocks like Teslas and Facebooks and all of them, Google and whatever. That 10% of the borrowed shares too short I was looking at the breaking up a little. 10% of the entire market for borrowing and lending fees and shares represents AMC alone. We've made our case a long time ago. We're not going to continue anymore about it, as far as what we think or how we think about the fact that AMC does not need no freaking money right now, or even for the next 12 freaking months. But again, all that is in the past now. So, options. Put yourself in the shorts position. Finally, they got what they needed. A way to get out in a controlled environment, in a friendly environment. Does that mean that it's going to zero or whatnot? No. I've told you guys 2 things about my options in the past. If this thing goes through, I'll be looking to protect myself. I'm not going to sell at a loss. I'm holding through. I already know that when shorts cover, I told you, I broke this down to you guys so many times. And I know many of you remember this, but many of you also don't know. And many out there are only exposed to the certain type that is either extremely left or extremely right. I'm giving you the middle. I'm giving you the option or the chance or the ideology of how to hold the stick from the middle, not grab it either from the far right or the far left. When shorts cover, put the yes and the no on the side now. When shorts are covering, they have to buy back shares. When they're buying back shares, now, unfortunately, since AMC will have shares to give, it will be, what's up, Pabloco? How are you, brother? Now much better with you in here. With the buying back of these shares so they can return them to the entities they borrowed them from, that creates what? Upward movement. With more people having access to also buy shares, that would also I'd rather be far right than far left. I'd rather be in the middle, my brother. That's my whole point. I'd rather be not here or there. I'd rather be in the middle and pick my place. Anyways, um, so when the price is moving up on buying back or shorts covering, even if they have AMC dumping shares to them, the price is going to surge to the upside. At that point, it's going to be your due diligence, family. Up to you, specifically you, to choose where you draw the line in the sand. Do you collect profits here? Do you hodl and wait until infinity and beyond? You dictate that point at that point. Right now, nothing is happening. It's always foolish, in my humble opinion, to react on emotional news on with that surges one side over the other and all that stuff, because it's you're only reacting to a price surge that has to rebound. So whether ape continues to go up, it's going to stair step after that initial surge. If AMC is going to rebound or drop more, it's also going to stair step. So don't think of it as whatever happened in the after hours. That's it. That's it right there. That's all what's going to happen. No, no. Have the time. Don't trade with emotions. Remember that. Remember that. What you don't know is what could possibly hurt you or kill you. At the end of the day, you know now. I am telling you here, when shorts cover in any scenario, whether they have access to shares only through us, which would have been the best case scenario, obviously, or through AMC or whatever, bbby or JSON or whatever the case may be, they are still buying back shares at a much lesser price, yes, but it's sending the stock price higher. I understand after convergence and reverse split, people's average price would be higher because they're still stuck to the older break even. Some people were buying AMC in the 30s and in the 40s and the 20s. Any of these content creators that were telling you, oh, it's your fault for buying there, they're not real apes. They're not with the movement. Because those are the very same assholes, and I'm sorry for this word right here, but I was watching a live stream earlier, just bits of it, where every other word was a cuss word. And I couldn't. My sanity, my ears were popped. I had to come out. I had to leave. And that word just came out with it. You can't walk into the restroom and walk out the same, I guess, right? Anyways, where did I even get to? When we saved whatever, Jason, Billy, whatever, they have to buy back these shares so that to do what? To return them to the parties that they borrowed them from. Now, one thing that people are not thinking about is one, there needs to be some time, perhaps at least a week, before they can consummate the whole reverse split and the conversion together to get it to go together. Cornthal of the same way. Billy 7 AB, if my average is currently 10, it will be 100 after reverse split. How low you think AMC can go? Billy, no, it won't be exactly 100 because you still have a combination of ape and then the change of all of that together and converging it together, so it won't be exactly 100. It will be different. I can't calculate it right on top of my head right now. How low you think AMC can go? Pete, the right answer or the right question here is, for me, the answer to that question was, I don't care what it goes to. What I'm betting on is the overall what it can get to, not how low can it fall, but how high can it go. So what they just did by bringing AMC down in the after hours, guess what? That's an opportunity for me, and I'm not telling anybody to go and do this, but on Monday, that's an opportunity for me to go load up on AMC, that is, AMC, and load up on freaking options that are already in the money, like around that whatever $3 range now, for much cheaper premium. They want to send it? Okay, well, options rise much faster. No problem for me, and far out as well. All that can be taken care of. For me, it's not about how low it go. The lower, I already know the company can't go bankrupt anytime soon with the no. And now with the yes, AMC could finally really have whatever it wants as far as saving the freaking Billy shenanigans and all that stuff. You know, so now it's even more so that I don't even have to worry about that. So for me, it becomes more of a situation. Pick your poison, AB. What do you want? How do you look at this play? Do I give two F's about AMC? As a business, I do. I have a lot of memories, good memories in AMC. Do I care about it more than myself? Better, more than my well-being? More than my family? Fuck no. It's not even a comparison. It's not even on the board. It's a stock that I'm stair-stepping with to make my money and get to the next level in my life. And I'm assuming each single one of you in here are exactly thinking about it the same exact way. That save Billy crap does not put food on nobody's table, does it? Last time I checked, it doesn't. But how I see it now is with a clear vision. Now that AMC have made its intentions clear that all it cares about is saving itself, then it can think about saving us, because it's not their mission to care about us. Its mission is to continue to survive. That's loud and clear, understood and heard. I heard it loud and clear. Now it's time for me to do the same exact thing and benefit. How do I do that? I'll leave that to your best of understanding. I'm going to be going in and out and all that stuff and make my money. AMC got what it wants. AMC is set now. I want all of you to remember. Trey, what's up? Mr. McCohen, how are you doing? Squid Games. Cornhall, Zip Trader thinks AMC is very dangerous for hedges, cost to borrow, and FTDs. Why do you think, Cornhall, I shared that video? I don't share too many videos on my community tab. Why do you think I shared that video? It's absolutely correct. That's one of the options we're going to be talking about too. Mr. Righteous, how are you, my friend? I'm switching my perspective to high on hopium, 100K floor. Shirley, what's up? What's up, my friend? Nice to have you in here. Am I holding through the reverse split? Trey, here's the indication on that. One, I will hold through the reverse split, but not everything. Here's what I mean by that. Once I play options, I'm gonna wait to after the reverse split. I already have a set that are put on before this reverse split. I played them a while ago. So those are gonna stick in. Sanjay, how are you, family? In Cashman, you got it. I'm glad you watched it yesterday. So those will play themselves out, but I'll wait to add more options as far as for the newly updated reverse splits, and with after the reverse split and the conversion, I'll wait for new option plays until afterwards. I'll wait for them to dilute in the potential of them diluting the stock right after, because obviously AMC is going to dilute at a price. Once it drops, eventually I'm going to get to a point where I will go ahead and load up personally. I'm not advising anybody. I'm going to load up on options at a lower valuation, and eventually more shorts are going to have to go uncovered with time. They can have up to a year from after the reverse split and the conversion takes place, and my options will get me money more than I can even imagine. So I'm not waiting on the one, like that's what I'm here talking to you guys about. Don't sit there and wait for a one-way highway to be the one and one for all and be all kind of thing. Again, AMC have made it clear to me. I've heard it loud and clear, the message. It's stuck in my head now. It's engraved. They need to take care of themselves. They did everything to take care of themselves, and they took care of themselves. Now, AMC has no fear of no bankruptcy, no matter what the hell happens at this point. Unfortunately, it came at the cost of our expense to a certain extent. Not all the way, but to a certain extent, it came at our at our expense. 1 second. Fresh squeeze OJ. It's good for you. But there are ways, family, where, and this is what I was talking about to one of you guys right now, as far as how I will play this out so that I can play more than one trick to make a lot more money or squeeze this thing out as much as possible. Even if it was an orange, you got to squeeze every last drop, every last bit of it. And the way you do that is by constantly playing more than one thing, because since the playground and the elements are transforming and changing, so will you. Man, this is good. Watch, I'm trying to drink it before a fly from outside or something lands in it. That's right, Takari. Hell yeah. Just give me a few seconds, guys. Let me just enjoy this real quick. This is so good. So okay, let me put this down. So you gotta adjust, just like everything around you adjusts. You gotta adjust. Exactly, P. Relax and enjoy. Make best decisions for you. Stop thinking about no freaking Billy. Stop thinking about no damn saving a theater or anything. They just took care of themselves. They just did what they did to take care of themselves. I am AB and I hereby approve this message. AMC just officially made sure that it takes care of itself with or without investors. Now they can go after the reverse split conversion. They have enough shares to go out and dump to the point where they could pay all their debt all at once, even if they want to be that conservative and crazy. They can go pay all of it down, and we can all sell out of this movement, and guess what? They'll be all right. They'll be good. That's it. But where they hurt is attendance to their theaters, their income. Just like somebody was in debt once, it doesn't mean they can't be in debt twice. Do I feel like Adam Aaron or the board cares about that kind of thinking or narrative? No, they don't own the company. CEO and other employees, they eventually, their time will come to an end. In fact, maybe perhaps after this step, it will. So therefore, they're not worried about what happens 4 years from now, 5 years from now. When you know that they took care of all themselves, and I don't even have to go and boycott nothing. I see that right there, Cashman. And don't buy popcorn. See, that's the thing. In Cashman, what good would that do? You know, if that was going to correlate with us getting a MOAS, I would agree with you. But it just, you know, keep it peaceful, keep it logical. We did our part. We left it to God. They did their part. And right now, they made it clear to all of you. They needed to take care of AMC. They needed to take care of themselves. And somehow, by them taking care of AMC, that's supposed to make sense to you that you are also okay. Because if we didn't do this, we would be bankrupt and you would be completely screwed as well. That's the narrative they were trying to shove down everybody's pants. Not pants. Sorry, guys. Mouths. And then that's the same narrative that is also completely further away from the truth. But they went after it, they kept chasing it, and they got it. Now AMC is good, guys. With me, with you, without me, and without you, they're good. AMC is good. They have enough capital or amounts of shares to raise enough capital to take care of themselves for the next whatever, freaking 5-10 years, even pay down the whole entire debt if they want to. Of course, on our expense. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Now that you're thinking with this mindset, remember, every story has a loser and a winner. Every story in history. Make sure that you're paying attention to what I'm telling you here. The way that you got to think, how can I make sure I don't come out of this a loser? See, or the loser in the story. Here's the thing. People are thinking always, oh, I want the MOAS. Of course, we all want the MOAS. I want the squeeze. Of course, we all want the squeeze. We want millions of dollars. Of course, we all want millions of dollars. But not many of you thinks about the opposition as well. Or at least they don't give it enough time or enough justice. You don't think about the idea that Well, what if the opposite happened? What if I'm down to my last $1,000 or $100 or $500 or whatever, $5,000? Me and my family. People don't give that thought enough justice. See, when you think about that, that's when another thought jumps into your head and says, scared money don't make money. While that is true, but one thing I'll tell you is cautious money, not scared money, cautious money, make sure you never out on the street and now you need whoever has a good heart or whoever doesn't to perhaps look out for you. Don't put yourself in that position. And that's why I'm telling you guys, AMC took care of itself. It officially just took care of itself. For you, there is a story, and there will always be a loser, and there will always be a winner. No stock stays down forever, and no stock stays up forever. You have to now center your brain on how could you make sure you are walking out of this the winner. Now, what kind of winner? With millions or hundreds of thousands or just net even or a profit? That comes back down to you. You guys, over these past 3 years, you guys have perhaps learned a lot. And in fact, I'm around. I will not be going nowhere. Fuck all the meme stocks, people. There's a bigger world out there for you. Like, I don't even want to make it like a Disney, like Aladdin song now. Like there's a whole new world out there in the trading world. How many times you see me put on the community tab, like lookouts for the SPY, options here and options there, stock investment here, stock investment there. Aliyah, how are you, sis? Captain No Likey, what's up, my friend? How many times do you see that? We're not stuck in one place, but the one thing you do not want to end up being is, Pabloco, where are you at? You remember that one live that we were on, and literally, God bless, what's his name, Belligerent Ideas. I don't know where he went. So hopefully everything's good with him. But on that live, we were waiting on the CPI to come out, or whatever it was, I don't remember. But you remember this, you speak for this, Pabloco. And I looked at the technicals, and 5-10 minutes right before the moment, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get calls right here at this for the SPY, according to my technicals. Pabloco, thank you for the money back. There you go. Pabloco jumped on the calls. He didn't take my financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. He was just like, I'm ready to lose with AB. He jumped on, and guess what? He talked about it. Talk about it, Pabloco. Talk about it. It's amazing to make money. It's amazing to make money. So now that you take care of yourself, I need you to center that stuff in the back of your head to make sure, just like AMC took care of itself, you need to take care of yourself. And that does not mean lose. There's no way that, like I'm saying, that go ahead and lose or sell for a loss or whatever. All that stuff can come back and and be nothing. Like you can multiply how much you walk out with, or how much you make with the least, in the least of manners that you might even expect. And here's the thing, AMC took care of itself. Boone, listen, I'll say this again. With me or with you or without me or without you, AMC is officially good now. They took care of themselves. They made it clear. We're going to take care of ourselves for our private funds, insiders, everybody involved institutionally wise benefited, except retail, unless you sold up in the June 2021 run up. That's it. Everyone else, you've been stuck through it, unless you've been in and out and either buying other arbitrage thoughts and blah 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 to do whatever you got to do. That's a different case scenario. But again, if you're averaging down, that means you're in a losing position. That's how common sense works. If the term averaging down means you are buying down to bring down your cost average to a lower cost average because your position is in the red. How big in the red? You know, you all know, you know. But now I need you to be centric. I need you to think centrically about yourself. Stop thinking about no fucking movement. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm even saying the F word. That's the third time probably in one stream here. But stop thinking about movement. Stop thinking about anybody else but yourself. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm gonna do that. I told Billy right there what I will do after the reverse split, what I'll have for the reverse split. I will hold through reverse split and whatnot. But before we even get to the reverse split, guess what? There are some shorts out there. See, people are not thinking about this right here. There are some shorts out there that don't want to deal with so many people who got out of the play to jump into the arbitrage. Let me elaborate. Pablo running Billy down. Let me elaborate here. There are people many people who sold their entire AMC positions to buy ape. I'm not gonna name anybody. I know some. I'm not gonna name. I don't care at this point. I don't care what you did. You did what you did for yourself, right? But now there's a lot of shorts that know that there are a lot more people coming in from ape than there are in AMC. AMC is at a price right now that is extremely tasteful. If I was one of these shorts, why wouldn't I get out of the play right here, right now? At this low cost. I'm not going to wait for this to merge over and converge over, even though for the rest of them, that's what they exactly want. Why do you guys think the conversion happened? See, a lot of people are also overlooking something. When the conversion happens, who do you think will actually control the float? All these bums out there that are saying we control or hold the float, let them, if you let that narrative guide you, don't hold anybody accountable for your losses in life. Don't. Ape, when it converts over, will legally and officially represent anywhere between 64 to 67% of the freaking AMC pie. I reiterate and repeat. Ape would be, because of the float of the ape, look at ape. How much is the float? Look at AMC's float. When the reverse split happens and the conversion happens, there's a lot more ape coming into AMC. And when they converge together, there's, if it was two oceans, there's a lot more from this ocean merging into this ocean. Which means majority of the body of this water is going to be from that particular ocean. Who's in that ocean? Retail thinks they own the float in ape? Yeah, sure. I don't know what drunk or whatever bum made that narrative or brought that. Bring a fact. I challenge anybody to bring a fact to show that retail owns majority of the float of ape. Go ahead. Bring receipts and show it. What's up, Adrian? There's my brother. Luna, what's up? Ron Sampson, how are you doing? Dips Patel, there's my brother. How are you, my friend? Big kaboom. Yeah, I don't know. If Tony said that, sorry, Tony, I don't agree with that narrative. I don't know. If he did, he's, in my opinion, he's wrong. If he didn't, then, you know, it is what it is. Not anymore. Institutions own it now. I challenge anybody to go and bring receipts to show that ape is majority retail owned. Go. And I challenge anybody to say that ape will not represent or dilute most of AMC than AMC itself, common. Ape will represent between 64 to 67% of AMC. So right here's us. We are 100% right now, right? Before the reverse and the conversion. Conversion happens, we become, if this was the whole pie, this is us, and this is ape coming in to represent the rest of the pie. And on top of that, in the background, we got AMC with brand new 400 million shares to issue at any time. Again, we're not going to go in the back now. We're not going to reverse talk. AMC officially did Step by step, we already said AMC took itself to make sure that it takes care of itself. Thank you, Orlando Finney. Appreciate it. It's on Monday, but I appreciate the love. I might celebrate it tonight. How many days have we been on the threshold list? Many days. What, since June? That's just at least the most recent one. So again, AMC took care of itself. It just made its move to take care of itself. If you want to be part of the ride, that's what basically AMC is telling you. That's what the writing on the wall is. If you want to be part of the ride, come enjoy the ride, enjoy our buckets of popcorn with butter and blah, blah, blah. And we will work around the clock to make sure you have the best experience and bring Nicole Kidman from the back to kiss you on the forehead. Okay? Good. Now, you want to be part of that ride? Go along. That's what they're telling you right now. They're good. They're taken care of. They just took care of themselves. Shorts, then we are, like, they're probably celebrating this weekend. This weekend was them out in the, hey, Gypsy, what's up? Massalorian wife, AMC squeeze coming. I'm loading up. I like that talk. Thanks, Billy. Appreciate it. Captain No Likey, Red is gonna leave that angry drunk. Take half his stuff. Mars or bankruptcy, AMC ain't going bankrupt, so I think that narrows it down a tad. Indeed it does. So now that AMC's taking care of itself, you got the shorts celebrating in Wall Street, in New York, in Manhattan, going to clubs and going crazy this weekend, buying VIP tables, saying, yes, we got this, we're out. Hey, there's owning the float. What's up, brother? How are you, my brother? How is your family? How's everybody doing? You feel me, family? Now that the shorts are partying, they know that they loaded up on apes, millions and millions of apes. So if they needed AMC shares to return, they didn't have them before unless they come and bought them for us. Well, the reverse split and conversion makes it possible for them to load up on ape, and then when the conversion happens, now the Trojan horse is officially in the house and they can take shares that they have recently minted. Think of it like this. I'll explain this to people. A lot of people didn't understand that narrative. And unfortunately, many other content creators didn't understand this. And that's very dangerous. What I mean by that, guys, is look at this way. If you're a short, let's say you and I are shorts, and we know we're screwed. We're up against a group and a people and an entity that is not going anywhere. We're going to have to meet them. We're going to have to meet them. And we're shorts. Remember that. Put yourself in their position. Well, if these guys, I gave them a test. They gave us a test back in June 2021. They gave us $74, and we said no, because everybody's talking about 10,000, 100,000, 50,000 a share. They knew that we were for real. We're not bullshitting. So what was the next step? What is my next or your next step if we're shorts? We're going to have to make these people truly lose that narrative. We want them to no longer think about that high MOAS numbers. How do they do that? They got to deprive you. That's what they use these next 2 years from June 2021 till now to completely destroy that narrative from the back of your head, to make you believe that it's not possible. And in fact, even when we could not, we did not want to believe it. They couldn't do anything. They ran out of options. They literally, me and you, if we were shorts, we ran out of options. We tried everything in the book. We tried illegal crap. We tried fucking wrap tokens. We tried FTX. We tried Brazil. We tried China. We tried freaking Europe, dark pool desk, everything. And they were still not able to remove that narrative from the backs of our heads. MOAS, 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 MOAS. Look how beautiful that is. However, now it came to the understanding to them that me and you, if we were shorts again, that the only way we can do this is by breaching from within. Like the Trojan horse story from the past. We have to break this community from within. They reached out, perhaps, what I think, perhaps that's what exactly how it went down. They forced the company down the aisle to be on its back. Adam, Aaron, and the board. Flex for us, play. Adam, Aaron, and the board went ahead, and either they got complicit or they're not. We're not going to sit here and just argue back and forth on that. You know, that's just for drunk talk now at this point. They gave them what they needed, which is the accessibility to bring their Trojan horse in to our beautiful community, our city, our kingdom. Now that they're in, me and you are shorts. We have the ability to take as much. We need to take this city over. We need to take over this kingdom. How do you do that? Load the shit out of the boat of Ape, because eventually he's going to convert it over. Guys, I brought receipts. I showed you what one of the shorts was doing with AMC. I showed you in receipts. You can go back in time and fact check again if you want. I showed you how they were loading up on AMC prior to the record date, and mainly so they can have all the free apes issued to them and then dump the entire AMC positions after. With receipts, I showed you this. And I'll show it again if I have to. But it's in the past. It's in my videos. So I don't have to go far, and you don't have to go far. And they dumped all their freaking shares after of AMC and just kept either piling up on Ape, or instantly what they did is they used all these free apes that they got to dump at once, which could explain why Ape heavily dropped so fast from where we were to the cents. And then think of it like this: selling at a higher point only to gobble it up at a lower point. Makes sense to me, right? I know a lot of shorts out there do this. I know companies do this. I know stock gurus that do this. I'm not speaking based on what I only think. I speak on what I have been in the market for many years doing and witnessing and seeing and understanding. I don't have to come out and say an F this, F that, oh this and that, and people, and degrade people in order for you to feel like I know what I'm talking about or not. I guarantee you guys, all those content creators out there, I guarantee you, in June 2021, none of them were able to see even 10% of what I've done with either Dogecoin or AMC or GME, and as far as in the option world. I guarantee you that. Any of them. Does that change anything? No. Good for me. That's what I expect all of you to say. Well, good for you, AB. How does that relate to us? It doesn't. So I gotta take the humble pill once again and continue being humble, because that's what the only thing that helps you in life. So now, gobbling up Ape to dump it short, dump entire of it when it came to you for free after the issuance of Ape, past the record date. They went all and correlated. All these hedge funds, all these shorts went and dumped their entire Ape positions to create that massive sell-off effect. With some retail traders also selling, but majority was institutional. Because I showed you with receipts how they were loading up prior to the record date so that they can get those free apes. And then they dumped AMC, and then they dumped Ape. They made profits here, made profits there, and they made sure that Ape dropped so hard, so low, that now they can buy it for so low, such cheap price, like what Ater did. And many of other institutions can jump in and buy as much, because those last ones, this new loading on Ape will act as their load up for a Trojan horse to bring into the kingdom. So once the conversion finally happens, they have soldiers within the kingdom. This is what you and I, if we were shorts, that's what was happening. That's what is happening. Now when the soldiers are in, because they got somebody opened the gates, and now they got the go ahead from Judge Zern. takes time for them to get in position. In that meantime, some of these shorts, like you and me, could come out and say, hey, guys, the price is juicy right now, and I didn't gobble up on ape or any of that stuff. I'm not part of the big cool club, the shorts cool club. Let me just get the hell out of here right now. Let me just get the hell out of here right now. Look at AMC in the $3 range, $4, $5 range, doesn't matter. Guess what? They can, at that point, they could actually get out. In the same time, they wouldn't have to worry about all these other people, or retailing specifically, or too much retail, enjoying that run up. Because many of the retail, let's face it, have moved on from AMC to ape. That's one thing. Second thing, for every 7.5 shares, you get a share after the, or post the reverse split / conversion. So it's not entirely gloom and doom for the common shareholders. All the other ones that average down and all that stuff with arbitrage, you just basically help get into the vehicle that brings the Trojan horse into the kingdom. That makes you happy. That gave, again, there's always a good and a bad for everything. There's pros and cons. The only pro in this situation that happened to us is that officially AMC can make sure now that it's good for life with or without us. And believe it or not, that is a pro, because now I can personally, for me, utilize that to my advantage. I can constantly use AMC as a pump and dump stock. I can constantly keep playing AMC back and forth. Even after I get out of the whatever the next run up or the next squeeze that happens, I will constantly come back in and out. It's a stock that I know will be around for good, or at least for the next foreseeable future, after they handle what they handle. Imagine the possibilities when AMC go ahead and dilute the living hell out of the stock, perhaps after AB is completely out, right? And shorts did their thing, run-ups happened, squeezes happened, fires were put out and infused and diffused, and then eventually the stock was brought down to the bottom of the pits. They did everything. They already did a reverse split, they already did the conversion, they already did dilution. How juicy would that entry be for me to just get in and ride it up on run-ups? I don't even need to ride it for no MOAS to no freaking 3,000 or 5,000 a share or any of that. My point is, I will get in and out of AMC and make up what is rightfully mine, just instead of one hit, multiple hits through AMC itself. Now that the shorts and the army of the other kingdom, or the enemy, is inside the kingdom with the conversion and reverse split, what have I been telling you throughout this live stream? The one thing you're going to walk out of this live stream with. One, look out for yourself. Now that the enemy is within, make sure you're protecting your house. Make sure you're protecting your loved ones, and that's all you're liable for at this point. You're not liable for anybody else in this movement. You don't owe any movement anything. There's no such thing as every movement is you and your loved ones right now. That's how you got to be thinking of it. And that's not financial advice. That's common sense advice. AMC is good. Shorts are good. Now it's time for you to be good. No one is going to come knocking on the door to look out for you. No one. No one. You can put as much sobby stories as you want on the net, on Reddit, on any page, on anything. And guess what? People will, at best, will give you sympathy. Maybe some kind hearts out there would help. But I don't want any of you to be in that position. I would never, ever pray and ever dream to be in that position. Now you take care of yourself. Everybody took care of themselves. Institutions took care of themselves. Shorts are officially taken care of. Adam, Aaron, and the board and AMC just took care of themselves. Now it's time for you to take care of yourself. There's, in this period of time until this whole reverse split and conversion goes through, indeed, in this process, there's some time until this happens, the reverse and the conversion. there is a window of opportunity similar to like some sort of run up, either FTDs being covered, either freaking shorts need to get out just so that they don't have to worry about what's going to happen afterwards. They don't want to be in the unknown. Who would benefit? AB would benefit. Maybe you, who knows? And add the class later. Hold on, the attorney told me it's more effective to go in with 1 to 2 plaintiffs, and then I don't know what that is. Never will attend an AMC theater. Chimp. Good luck with the filing. What filing? Takari. Oh, okay. Yeah, send my regards to Catella if you're speaking to that gentleman. I'm a big fan, actually. It would be lovely if I can actually get in contact with him. It would be very, very lovely if I could get in contact with him, Takari. But, yes. So either way, guys. So now there's that window of opportunity for that point. Second window of opportunity is after what happens. When shorts cover emergency block, it's not just that, Chimpzilla. I agree, that's one of the options, but there's others too. The other one is after the convergence / reverse split, when it's natural. When any short covering happens, there will be a rise in the price because they're doing buyback. They're buying back. Key word here, if they're closing short positions. If they're using the ape shares, this is where my only fear is. If they're using the ape shares that they got newly minted and converged over with the conversion as new AMC shares now that they have within their position to take and return to who they borrowed them from, now that's a terrible case scenario, but it's an option that is out there as well, and you got to keep that in the back of your head. 2, what about all the naked synthetics and all that? Well, 10-to-1 reverse split solves a lot of that headache for shorts, right? Now, is it enough? Who knows? We don't know. None of us know exactly how many synthetics were out there, how many naked shorts were out there, and how many were done. So it's hard to put a finger, a sturdy, or take a footstep that is going to be sturdy enough and say this is the way, or this is strong enough. Like, there's no receipts to prove XYZ amount of synthetics or XYZ amount of naked shorts. Otherwise, we could easily put a price target on this. Easily. Or we could easily put a finger on where we can move with this. You see what I'm saying? Now, will it be all over with? No. That's where AMC with 400 million, up to 400 million shares, come into the picture to give them what they need in case of crazy run-ups, right? And they could do that, but people buying, institutions buying, other people buying creates upward movement. But this is where it comes in. Take care of yourself. Think of yourself. People, think of yourself. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm not telling you to hold. I'm not telling you to sell. I'm telling you to take care of yourself. You decipher that however way you want. You guys got to remember, elements have changed. The people who are lying to you are sitting there, content creators, certain ones, whoever they are, you know who they are, that are sitting there telling you that, hey, it's the same. Where is the movement and all this stuff? Those are the same people that are freaking lying to you. You want me to prove it? I'll give you the proof. Those same people, when ape didn't even exist, those same content creators, were the very same people that were completely against any idea of buying here or buying that, or buying, oh, don't buy the don't buy the bid, or I'm sorry, don't buy the bid, buy the ask. Those are the same people that months later told you it's your fault for buying at 30 or 40. I challenge any of you to come into this comment section right now and freaking tell me that is not true. Those same freaking content creators that were telling you to not buy the bid, buy the ask, when the price was in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 30s, those are the same freaking people that were telling you it's your fault for buying up high. You should have waited. Because they were banking on the MOAS idea back in 2021 and 2022. That's not enough proof. I'll give you more. Those same people that were saying AMC is important, you gotta hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. Those are the very same people, and most recently, one of them today mentioned it on live, that they're buying more and more and more ape. So while you're buying more AMC, they were buying more ape. Not just one, not just two, but many of them. Am I saying the truth or not? What does that give you? Let's say your answer is yes, okay? Because if that answer is no, I don't know what else to tell you. But let me tell you what, since that is a yes. That means they took care of themselves. They were doing whatever they had to do to take care of themselves. The elements were changing. They didn't come out, they didn't have the guts or the balls to come out and tell you to do the same thing, because they need many people to be AMC, and they need AMC to be going on because they got nothing else to talk about. Come on, everybody that covers AMC, go point at any of these content creators that constantly saying AMC this, night and day, talking about save me here, save Henry, save Billy, save this. Show me one of them that knows exactly how to fucking trade. Show me any of them that will actually sit there and show people whether it's freaking technicals. In fact, because they don't know how technicals work, they shit all over technicals. They tell you technicals don't work. They give it to people because they don't understand it. They just sit there, go through Twitter, roll through Twitter, pick out whatever DD they find, and they come and report to you with a voice of like, you know, like with Thor's voice, like, oh yeah, I'm the guru. I figured all this out. And I'm gonna give credit when credit is due. Yes, some book gurus could go find some things by reading a couple of books or reading a couple of stats, searching through here and finding something. But the truth of the matter is, this is a stock market. Do you know how to trade? Do you know anything other than just buy order, lit exchange, sell order? Because if that's it, my little brother knows how to do that. God bless his soul. Guys, the elements constantly were changing. They were constantly changing, and specifically whenever the split slash reverse split and conversion was put on the table and the issuance of ape, that's when the game got it got changed. The elements in the game changed. Of course, the model of what we're going after did not change. Yes, we're after the same thing. Yes, we still on the trajectory is the same. We're going after MOAS. We're going after squeeze. But guess what? The elements of the war have changed. There is dark, there is morning, there is night, there is everything. And unfortunately, many of these content creators have been adapting to the new elements, but they kept you out of that picture or that image. They kept you out of the element of adapting as well. I just proved it by saying a couple of things. Slap and ask. You feel me, family? So that's another option, or some of the options that we have, is you have to adapt to the game as it continuously keeps adapting around you. You have to adapt as well. Take care of yourself. You, yourself, and I. That's how you got to think. or you yourself and mine. Chimp, many of them were pushing ape heavy. Yeah, of course they were pushing it. They were pushing it because they needed the price of it to go up. But in the same time, what were they talking about? It's like, okay, ape, 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 but AMC, AMC, AMC. Guys, it's so easy to sell out. And it's not easy to stand up. I always will say that. I'll continue to say that. It's so easy for me to, it would have been so much easier for me to go ahead and just do the sellout route and say, hey, I think that we can save Henry and we can do this here and we can do that. Because if we do this, we do that. Because I don't know how to trade the market. I don't know how truly to trade the market. I just know what I read here and there, what I see on Twitter or Reddit. Wall Street bets. Amar, what's up, fam? Oh, technicals don't work and all that stuff. I've given you, I want anybody that's in this family here that witnessed me prove to you time in and time out again that technicals work. Not only technicals work, but they freaking are almost spot on. I post that stuff. I put my money where my mouth is. I posted it on my community tab yesterday on the SPY, the very last scalp of the day before the end of the close, 3:30 to be exact. I put a post and I said, "You welcome to go and see it, people." I put and I said that this was a 446 and 16 cents. This SPY, if it does not close below 445 and 31 cents or go below it, then Monday will be an even easier scalp. I can't say go do this, go do that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just talking about my opinions on my zone, on my domain, on my channel. And whoever sees it, sees it. Whoever thinks that by painting their home the way AB paints his home looks good, then it looks good. I didn't go and tell anybody to paint their home. Layfix, appreciate the kind words, appreciate it. KYP, what's up, family? And guess what? Less than 15 minutes later, I didn't continue the story. I posted another picture. Guess what? The price going right underneath 445 and 30 cents. In fact, it touched 445 and 12 cents and bounced back up to 445 and like 66 or 68 cents to close. Go show me what other YouTuber that covers AMC or talks about meme stocks or whatever does that. Go show me that. Let me give them their props. Let me give them their thanks. There's many content creators that I personally have trained on this. There's many that are using methods that I was teaching all of you guys on this, and it makes me feel so good. You have no idea, guys. That are using the technicals, the methods. Yes, they just need some more time to completely get the grab and get a hold of all of the perspective together and use it successfully. Who was telling you guys about AMCs? Who taught you guys moving averages? Who taught you guys what a golden cross is? Who taught you guys what a death cross was in the AMC movement? Who taught you guys the RSIs and the MACDs? That's for you to take care of yourself, not only with AMC or within AMC. That's for you to take care of yourself anywhere else in the market, anywhere else in the crypto realm. Who came here and told you about just about everything else that they know about? I don't know everything. I'm learning just like you guys. But who sits there and gives you facts other than the hype BS that is moving and floating around? People talking about, oh, XRP this, XRP that. I tell everybody I have a position in XRP, and XRP is the real deal, XLM, XDC, all that crap. But guess what? Guess what? there is a limit like that you have to put on reality and fiction. When you get some idiots that come up and say XRP is worth more than Bitcoin or is bigger than Bitcoin, that's when the crack is full in the head. That's where you gotta pump the brakes and say beep 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 beep. Hold up, player. Look at the float of this thing and look at the float of this thing. I understand that this is in the hundreds of billions for XRP and it can be purchased down, but what is easier? Something that only has 21, 22 million coins and they're all gonna be done to move? What's easier? Or something that has hundreds of billions of freaking coins in the floating around? Meaning somebody could always move and fluctuate what happens with the bigger float. However, Bitcoin is simple. That's why I called it. I gave you guys the secret to how even you can work against inflation. Bitcoin is a deflationary process. That's the essence of crypto, the crypto blockchain technologies. That's why Bitcoin was created. How to deflate and how to save more money. It's a saving tool, not necessarily a run, pump, and dump. You could use it that way as well. But it's a saving tool. It's in the upper 20s right now, and guess what? All the mining is going to be done on it within this next year, perhaps, maybe even a little bit earlier. And more so, the whole entire planet is just jumping on crypto right now. So Bitcoin is in the higher 20s right now. That's the way I'm downloading it. And the world is not fully switched over to blockchain technology, which is on the way. We know it from FedNow and all the BDC and all that crap. That's going to be the future. And on top of that, hold on. XRP will replace SWIFT. See interest value change for both. Okay, Bitcoin has one wallet with 6%. 6% can't crash the entire thing. In fact, that 6% would love to hold that 6% for longer and longer because it's going to go higher. Exactly what I'm saying here. The world switches to blockchain, Bitcoin's value go up because there will be more demand and less supply. Let me tell you something about XRP, my friend. Since you know about the 6%, Chimpzilla, what if I told you that the one other issue besides the SEC with XRP, and that's one issue I don't like, is the fact that the creators of the blockchain control a lot more than 6% within their own grasp. And that's why they held it against XRP. And then they came out, the founding members, they came out and said, you know what? We will over time like fork out majority of our interests so that we're not holding such a monopoly on it. You see what I'm saying? And BRICS meeting later on this month in South Africa. Let the BRICS meet. Let the BRICS meet. How can we take care of ourselves? That's all we need to think about. It doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's XRP, whether it's AMC, whether it's GME, whether it's fucking Doge, Shiba, XLM. You guys need to understand where I'm coming from here. I'm not over here to try to... I know some of you are invested in something, so when I cover on it, you want me to say the best thing. I'm never going to say what anybody want me to say. I'm going to say the truth. But my ultimate goal is for everybody to win. I want us to freaking win. That's all I care about. You can't win if you don't know everything about something. And that's how we get to that. Not by shilling on each other, not by attacking each other, but by sharing with each other the intel that one might have over the other, and combined, we'll be strong. Why is it Bitcoin the only crypto that have no idea who created it? If you took a 6% wallet and dumped, the fear and momentum would definitely crash the price. Chimp, it doesn't matter who created it at this point. The value is there. It can never go away. Two, again, see, this is the point, Chimpzilla. Like, You guys come back at a person in the purpose of trying to, I don't know, like arm wrestle him down or something. My approach is opposite than yours. My approach is to complete what you have to bring and what I have to bring and meet in the middle, and now we both can walk away with a lot more. I don't have to bring you down. I don't have to make you seem like you don't know everything about it or anything. No, you know a lot, perhaps even more than I do on that topic. And it is possible. You're right. You're right. And by the way, Chimpzilla, how do you think they dropped the entire crypto market when Bitcoin was in the 60s of thousands? How do you think they dropped them? With Luna, with Terra Luna. They like, and by the way, the crazy part is who was after it? Citadel and freaking BlackRock. Citadel and freaking BlackRock. So that they can bring it down, so they can gobble up as much crypto, so that later they can come out with their IDX, whatever, crypto blockchain, and then now they can do whatever the hell they want. They can be market makers in that industry, and they already have that platform. They were doing that since 2021. You're correct. It is absolutely possible. You're absolutely correct, Tim. But again, all blockchain technology has its risk. And at the same time, whether it's a known origin or an unknown origin, Bitcoin was created. The blockchain is out there. You can't get rid of it. Same thing now. You got XRP, and you got Ethereum. You got XYZ and XYZ and Litecoin. I mean, Litecoin, that's another sleeper for people sleeping on. It's literally the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Very small float as well. But it's a lot more expensive than 67 cents or 66 cents. Again, all of them have potential, people. The future is being presented to us now on the future of monetary policy and how it moves. And it's through the blockchains. I agree with all of you on that department. And it's not necessarily one coin to rule them all, while that will be Bitcoin. But it won't be like that Lord of the Rings situation where one ring rules them all. All of them will make money. All of them will be winners. Some will be higher than others. But the floats of certain ones will dictate how high. When there is much less of something and a lot more are asking for it, clearly the price of it goes up higher. Indeed, XLM and Hedera. See, the Hedera I don't know of. You just taught me something, Chipzilla. See? XLM I knew of. This is how we all as a family can move together and gobble up more info from each single one of us and move as one unit. Wee. So, how many people saw that old video when there was this Indian guy who was making, like, talking shit to a cop? You know, I don't know if you guys saw. It was a short. It was like, this is number one bullshit guy. He always wee woo. Every time I see that video, I laugh my ass off. Have a good one, Shirley. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate all the mods, guys. Thank you. So, guys, we come to the end of this stream for now. Personally, I feel like I shared a lot with you to at least have perspective. There is a small window this upcoming week. We have to see what happens in it. At the end of the day, when you're thinking about yourself, think about your position, whatever your position is, and see how you can set yourself up with a plan, a newly updated plan based on the new upcomings or the new developments that would make sure you get out unscathed, but worst case scenario, not on the streets. You feel me? I know there's a lot more out there that are far more out leveraged than some. I know there are a lot more of you out there that only put a few that will not even harm them. So the decision is much easier for some than other. But at the end of the day, you still have to come up with one. You still have to come up, look at your position, whatever it is. How could you divide it up to certain points? If this was to happen, I will let this go and I will hold to this, or I will let all of this go, and or I will get back here, or I'll do all that. You have to do that right now in this weekend. Sit that to yourself. Indeed, Chimpzilla. Appreciate the kind advice. This is true advice. That's a true person right there. Aliyah, see, I feel nothing makes me feel happier than to read something like this, that you've made your plans. I need all of you guys to make your plans. Remember, no one is going to tell anyone where the spike is, where the high is going to be, where the low is going to be. No one is going to do that. And that's always going to be a loser's game. If that's how you're timing it or going about it, that's a losing plan. I'm not going to give you financial advice, but think of a better plan. No one can literally time the top exactly, especially in a run-up event where it's very volatile. The timely manner of it, the top might not even be there for less than a split second. You see what I'm saying? Most indicators will also be fried because of the elusive, crazy run-ups. Some of them would work. Like some people would come in and say, you know what? I'm going to use what AB showed me or taught me about the RSI and how the RSI gets hot and how it cools down. Well, while that is true, but only to a certain extent, not that much. Why? Because when it runs, it could run up all the way into the 80s and the 90s and the hundreds. And then you at that point, you could be like, okay, you know what? It has to cool off right here. That could work. It would cool off, but how much will it cool off? You don't know that. It doesn't have to necessarily come all the way down to the 20s and 30s and 15s and whatever in order for you to believe that, okay, it cooled off enough. So in the moment of a run-up, in the regular movement, in a non-volatile environment, you could use that left and right. Hey, what's up, Rhythms with AMC? Extended halts, of course. Those are buddies by now. We should all know about them. Get used to those. I see, KJW. I feel you, brother. All will be good, my friend. All will be good, brother. Hey, Christy, long time no see or even talk. How are you, my friend? Just reviewed the order, certifying class and approving settlement. Yep. I bet you didn't like it. Phil Burgess, what's up, my friend? Terra Wolf mined 33 Bitcoins in July. Let's effing go. All right. Who is Terra Wolf? Sorry, Phil. All right, family. So again, small window this upcoming week, or until the reverse split is going to go through on the NYSE and the New York Stock Exchange. / afterwards, there will most likely be run-ups if short starts buying back. If they don't, and they use all the shares they converted over from Ape to dump hard on AMC, and then AMC starts diluting on top of that, they will send the price down further. That works into one of my other plans, like Plan D or Z or F, whatever it is. But for me, it works into one of my other plans. I could go ahead and gobble up that point at the bottom. Can gobble up this share at the bottom. And I'm not going to be talking, oh, AMC to the moon at that point. No, AMC took care of themselves. Shorts took care of themselves. If they give me that opportunity, if that's how they want to decide to cut or slice that cake, perfect. I'll go ahead and personally and add up on the bottom, on the low, let them do all the shenanigans, buy on the bottom, and then I will sit on top of that hill and I will say, win moon. And all it has to do is move up in the right direction, since it's a publicly traded stock, and eventually now with no looming fears or any of that stuff, will be in the past. And I would get in the bottom, and I'll just ride it up to its rightful price. It's not even going to be a MOAS situation, but it will feel like a MOAS, especially from where I gobbled up after I got out over here. I gobble up down here, get it out over there, and then I'll load up on more options as well on the bottom of that. Beautiful, beautiful. Just have to be patient. All of you in here waited 3 freaking years, or perhaps a little bit less. For me, in September will be 3. I could wait a little longer, but I've never felt like I'm waiting, because you guys see it on a daily basis. Every time I show you guys day trading, I talk about how day trading works. You feel me? You guys see me day trade all the time. I just seen a I just seen a message. I was like, what? I paused for a second. I seen a message that got here. So like, I've never had the feeling that I needed AMC right here, right now, and I was easy to hold through. It was easy to hold through because I day trade, and I did my best, and I will continue to do my best to teach the rest of you at least what I know. Not giving you no financial advice or any of that, but teach you what I know and see if it does anything for you. Prescott, what's up? All right, family. If you have any questions, please put them ahead real quick before I go, because I got to go. AB's B-day is on Monday, but I might celebrate it tonight, at least the weekend before the B-day. And then Monday will be like the ceremonial dinner and all that stuff. I'm very humble, honestly, so I don't do much of ceremonies and all that stuff. But my friends are a different story, so they're not going to have it by any means. They're going to do the most. Hey, thanks, family. Thanks. What am I doing to celebrate? I don't know. They're not telling me. They know I told them I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be around friends. I want to be around family and everybody, and that's it. I've done a lot of partying and celebrating in my earlier years, guys. A lot. And I got stories that would put most of these wild movies out there probably to shame. or like they're PG-13. Captain No Like You. Ooh. What is the meaning of life? That's a great question, my friend. Wow. Wasn't ready for that one. I guess it's to live and to let live. Most importantly, is to get yourself to a certain stage in your own life to where you are in control of what you want to do, or what goes in and what goes out of your life. Appreciate it. Hell yeah, Adrian. I see that, Aaliyah. Thanks, Prescott. Appreciate it, Samson. Fernandez, new hookah. Adrian, don't even start. All right, family. Before the next siren and cop and whatever ambulance comes around, KJW, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you when the time is right. I'll tell you guys the stories. Right now, everybody's on edge. Everybody's anticipating what happens next and what they're gonna do. So in the right time, soon I will tell you. I'm not going nowhere, guys. In fact, this thing is going straight to the beginning of our time with each other. After AMC is over with, where else does everybody have to go? None of these other content creators, except for some that I love a lot and I respect a lot, and I know they have a lot to add, but majority of them will go along with the move as well, with the play. As this play ends, they also will end. They got nothing to talk about except what? What are they going to shout about? Save who next? Save who? Save AB? They don't know how to trade. They don't know how to run options. They might know the concept of it, but they don't know how to play the market. They're the guy who sees it on TV, but they don't do it in reality. It sounds like rain. It looks like it's gonna probably rain. I don't know. We'll see. This movement is heading toward our beginning, guys. Not even close to the end. The beginning. We're gonna be looking at scalps, freaking trades, crypto realm, freaking the stock market, the options market, left and right. Heck, we might even jump into forex and futures, like Pabloco. Yeah, they'll probably go back to their gardening channels. Oh my God. I even have my younger brother. Oh, anytime. No need to mention Phil Burgess. Anytime, family. Family takes care of me. I take care of the family. We're all one. We all play our part. Tropic thunder. Fish market. Oh my God. At the same time, I got my brother who has this small channel too. He just started. It's moving fast. It's moving fast because he's not talking about stocks, of course. He's talking about like top facts and historical facts and like interesting stories, interesting things. I think everybody would love to hear about. You guys all should go sub to that channel. Love that channel. Is he a gamer? No. He's actually, he just graduated as a what do you call those? Cybersecurity analyst. keto diet. Put the link in the chat. I don't have it. I think I have to. Here, guys, don't leave. Watch this. I'm about to get out and get right back in. Watch this. Oh shit. Okay. It's called Catchy Vibes. So vibes, the VIBEZ. Hold on. Yeah, I would love to put it right here. If somebody, any of the moderators could probably find it. It's just a letter V, and it's like in purple and black. So if you find it, please post it in the links in the live here. He would find it really, really nice. I think his channel is amazing. His channel is phenomenal. Puts out great freaking content, great videos. As far as like and he's not in it too. He's like those videos that just give you the information. It's called Catchy, CATHEY, Vibes, VIBEZ, not S. There we go. Hold on, I'm gonna click the link. Don't go nowhere, y'all, if I go away. I'm back. But yeah, that is the link. Show your love, people. It's filled out with a lot of shorts. You guys will probably enjoy the shorts, but enjoy the longer videos. He just started making longer videos on it. Not necessarily the music ones, but the facts ones. So I want to support my brother. Much love to all of you guys. Is the TTM squeeze indicator useful, AB? Each indicator has its way, but here's the thing, Burgess. You got to find the one that works with a couple of other indicators, not too much. You don't want to put 15 and 20 and 10 indicators are all on one chart. We want to find a combination of the right, like for example, when I use the MACD and the RSI, you also got to read the price action. These indicators, all of them, will be something that is being reacted to, so it's somewhat late. You know what I'm saying? Price action is everything. You got to be able to read the price action. If people are still reading the line moving, then you got a long way to go, brother. But it's not impossible. You just need to know that you need to be following either candle movements, or there's Heikishi candle, and there's many like these ways of how you go about reading the Heikishi candle or bars formation. We will make videos, don't worry, and we'll go through all these things in the future, family. We got a lot coming. Like I told you guys, this is the beginning, not the end, not even close, because now we're heading toward the realm that literally has my name all over it at that point, and we can weed out all the noise from outside. Well, family, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate all the kind gesture. I appreciate all the amazing information you guys all came in with and shared. God bless all of you. God bless this movement. Again, take care of yourself. Everyone took care of themselves. Take care of yourself. Plan to take care of yourself. I'm not going nowhere. I'll be right with you. I'll be right with you on Monday, even on my birthday. I'll be right here with you. And let's see where this thing takes us. We're going to react step by step. We're not going to overreact or anything much sooner or any of that stuff. God bless all of you. Thank you, Alice, Adrian, all my beautiful mods. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the new people that came in today. Like a couple of people that I've talked to that I've never seen on this channel. But guess what? I'm more than happy, and it's an honor for me to have spoken to each single one of you and even had the interaction with all of you. Appreciate it, Aliyah. Will do my best. Now, I want to give a big shout out to brother Mike owning the float. Once again, by the way, his birthday was just a couple days ago, so you guys owe him a happy birthday as well. Mike owning the float, much love to you, brother. Keep on doing the great things. You guys have no idea how big of a heart and how amazing of an individual that man is. You guys have no idea on the backstories or behind the scenes. A true hero. And I'll leave the rest for him or for life to be the storyteller of his story. But for me, it's all here and it's all here. And last but not least, I want to give also a special shout out to brother Pantheon. Wherever you are, come out, make anything. It doesn't even have to be about AMC. Just come back, bless us, grace us with your radio. Give us some good time. Let us listen to some good, smooth, silky, smooth sound of the Pantheon radio. Pantheon, again, Canada is extremely lucky to have you as a citizen, even though they're doing their best right now to try to change that. But once a Canadian, always a Canadian. You're always welcome here in the States. Much love to you as well. Last but not least, thank you to all of you. Without your support, I would not be talking or even have the will or the desire to even talk. You guys support me more than anybody, more than anything. You have no idea. And then the people, like yesterday when that guy came and said, hey, I see why you have 2,000 viewers or 2,400 and whatever 40 viewers. I was like, 2,440 viewers? I'll tell you what, I'd rather have, or subs, I'd rather have 2,000 lions than 80,000 sheep. So take that or choke on that. Much love to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you guys on the next one or on Monday. Thank you. Much love, AV Investments.